Hey, alrighty here. So I had a few issues with StreamYard. The video quality is going to suck because my OPS, for whatever reason, it just makes the camera grainy. I apologize. I'll figure something out. I'm going to go about talk about the NHL trades that have happened. A flurry of them happened. I have like 10 minutes before I got to go. So this is going to be like a speed round. So let's talk about Noah Hanifin going to the Vegas Golden Knights. That's a very good addition for a team that is already really good on the back end. They're getting even stronger. I think Hanifin is a very good two-way defenseman with some good offensive upside. But for the Calgary Flames, let's be honest here, because it's a three-way. It had to be a three-team trade due to Hanifin's cap being what it was. So I think for Calgary, this is good, right? A 2025 first-round pick conditional, 2025 third-round pick conditional. Conditions for the first-round pick is if traded by March 10th, 2024, or if the pick is top 10, Calgary will receive a 2026 first-round pick from Vegas instead. Conditions on the third round pick is it upgrades to a second round pick if Vegas wins one playoff round. So most likely they'll be getting like a first and second round pick for an expiring contract and for a guy that was most likely not going to go back in a Flames uniform. Flyers end up getting something, a fifth round pick for retaining half of Hanifin's salary, which isn't bad. And yeah, the Knights get a very good defenseman. I think this is a win-win. The Flames are just selling, and I think we could possibly see Markstrom move before the deadline. If they're moving this many pieces, it would make the most sense. I like this for both sides. The Knights get a quality defenseman, and the Flames keep getting more assets for the future. So we'll talk about the Wenberg trade. Wenberg is traded to the New York Rangers for a 2024 second round pick and a 2025 fourth round pick conditional. The conditions will follows a previous trade if Niels Lundqvist earns 55 cumulative points over 2025, 2023, and 2023-2024 regular seasons. The pick upgrades to the Dallas third round pick. So second and maybe a third round pick depending how Lundqvist does. And the Rangers get Wenberg, who I think it's not going to wow anybody, but he's a good quality hockey player, and the Rangers want to add a little bit more depth in the middle six. Yeah, I'm not really mad at this deal whatsoever. You do give up a few assets, but if you really think of it in this way, draft picks can be, it can be a crapshoot. It can be either they can get a very good player in the second round, maybe a third or fourth round. It just most likely a lot of those guys don't reach the NHL level. So I'm not mad at the Rangers. They're trying to support their team and win now. This was another trade that happened. This was actually very, very interesting. So the Anaheim Ducks dealt Carrick and Henrique, and it's a three-team trade because there's a lot of cap manipulations you see in these deals. Retain. The Ducks acquire a 2024 first-round pick from Edmonton and a 2025 fifth-round pick from Edmonton conditional. It upgrades to a fourth if the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup this season. The Oilers acquire Sam Carrick with half of his salary retained and a 2024 seventh-round pick from Anaheim. Now, they'll have Henrique for a minute just to retain, No, excuse me. Yeah, Paul, I read this wrong. And so they also get Henrique in this deal. Wow, that's actually a really good deal now looking at that for Edmonton. They get Henrique, who was one of the better players on a Ducks team that's not amazing. And they get Ty Taylor, kind of a minor league guy. And as for the Tampa Bay Lightning, they retained half of Henrique's salary, sent him to Edmonton, and they get a fourth round pick from the Oilers, which could turn to a 2026 fourth. Oh, okay, if the Edmonton Oilers change. Okay, so that's just conditional depending on what happens with the other one. So, yeah, I think the Oilers, wow, they're stacking up. I actually like that addition. I think when you look at the Oilers, they have Draisaitl, they have Hyman, they have McDavid. I'm not saying Hyman's better than McDavid, just came to my mind first. Adding some more talent up front. I mean, Carrick, more of a jam guy, but Henrique, he's had a pretty solid year considering the team he's been on. I like this move quite a bit. For the Oilers. If I was going to say someone who won this deal, I think the Oilers, because I think the Ducks will get, I don't know, I'm not mad at the Ducks either, though. I think that's a smart move. Just get another first-round pick, regardless if it's in the lower part of the first round. All in all, good deals. So this is, the Sabres ended up dealing Casey Mittlestadt to the Colorado Avalanche for an exchange in Byrum. I'm not sure I really like this deal for the Avalanche long term. I know it would have been difficult probably extending him in the future, but I think Byrum, I think I think Mittelstadt's a really good center, so I'm not gonna get that twisted. I think Byrum though had the potential to be something, could have been something special, but I understand why they did it. They needed an upgrade over what they had in Johansen. Johansen wasn't working out as they thought he would. Mittelstadt now leaves a Buffalo Sabres team that was struggling, goes into a team with the Avalanche that are competing. And Byrum, I mean, I'm not mad at this deal at all. I think I understand why both sides did it to an extent. I like this deal for the Sabres too. They get another quality defenseman. I think I'd slightly give the edge to the Sabres, but I think Mittelstadt's a very good player as well. So I'm not mad at that. The last trade I'll talk about before I head out of here is Sean Walker and a 5th-round pick from Philly going to the Avalanche in exchange for Johansen and a 2025 first-round pick, which is conditional, top 10 protected, which I don't think the Avalanche should be a top 10. I think this is a good deal for the Avs. They get a good quality defenseman. With shipping out Byrum, they need to bring somebody back in. And Johansen was just a mitigated disaster for them. He really he wasn't much. He wasn't anything special. So I understand them kind of getting this done and getting a quality defenseman, especially when they brought in somebody like Mittelstadt. I know this deal pretty much worked out directly at the same time. So yeah, I mean, this is the trade deadline. Little quick video. Apologize that this isn't going to be really heavily edited, but I wanted to make sure to get this out to the people. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What did you think of these trades, and who did you think won each deal? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm Captain Paul. I'll see you in the next one. I'm off to work.